Trump. And I'll be honest, I think he's an okay guy. Is he a perfect guy? Probably not. And when I think about him, I think about anybody that I've ever known or even called a friend. Anybody that I've ever known is not perfect. People that I have called friends, they've done bad things. I've done bad things. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not excusing anybody's past. I'm just saying I know nobody's perfect. But I think it does take a lot of guts for a man to stand up in front of everybody, despite all of his flaws, despite all of the things that he's ever done wrong. It's a hard thing for a man to stand up and say that he's willing to take on the burden of what is America, personally. So for Donald Trump to stand up and accept the nomination, for Donald Trump to stand up every day and wake up every day and say, let's go. I don't even think he doesn't even live on a normal schedule, because I know he doesn't wake up every day like a normal person like me. Wakes up every morning early. The guy is he's probably flying to his next rally. He's probably flying to his next location. And he's working like a dog, basically. Basically, he's working like this is a business, you know. And when you're working for a business, you're basically working all sorts of long hours, regardless of how hard it is, because you know how much you want this to work out. You know how much it takes to make it work. And I think Donald Trump is treating it like a business, and that's probably why he became a billionaire, honestly, because he worked really hard at it. And I know the dude probably did cut corners, and he probably did use tax codes to his advantage, and maybe the tax codes were unjust, but if it's like the rule of law, I mean, it might be the case that you can use it, you know. But that's a little deeper than I want to go. But still, the guy is working like a dog, and he's taking on all the burdens of America, and he's saying, hey, I know America's messed up, but I'm willing to be the guy. I'm willing to be the guy to stand up and do the job. And the guy, he's already a billionaire. At this point, I'm not really even sure why anybody would want to do that, because the truth is, he says it himself. He could be out on the most beautiful islands right now. He could be on the most beautiful islands right now, enjoying his life. He could be anywhere in the world right now, and he is in America. He's in Pennsylvania. He's in all of the states that really matter right now. He's there, and he wants to win. But if you ask me, if I had $1 billion, I would not be pursuing the position of being president of the United States. I would be happily living with my family, giving my money away generously, doing the things that make me happy, and trying to help people out. But I would not be pursuing the job of president. I don't know why he does it, but I still think it's a noble thing that he's doing, to pursue the job of presidency, honestly. I mean, if the guy's a billionaire, he has a beautiful wife, he's got an amazing family, he's got all the nicest and coolest things that you could ever want, but he wants to be president. Why would somebody like that want to be president? It makes no sense to me, you know? And I guess you could speculate, like, maybe the guy really loves money, and if you really don't like him, maybe you could say, I guess I don't know. Like, if I didn't like Donald Trump, what would I say bad about him? I guess I don't know. I don't know how to not like the guy, first off, because, I mean, the stories that you hear about him, like, he's helped pay for the people that work under him. He's helped pay medical bills. He's helped pay for mortgages. He's helped pay for business plans. I mean, and he's like donated money to help dogs. I mean, the guy he's not perfect, for sure. Let's be straight with that. He's not a perfect dude. He really isn't. I mean, because if I decided, hey, I'm gonna go be a president, they're gonna dig up my past and they're gonna say, whoa, dude, you're a messed up man. Like, why do you want to be president? Like, they would say, you would all say I'm a bad dude as well. I mean, everybody would say I'm a bad dude. But, I think it takes just so much guts. And how can anybody take that away from him? That it takes so much guts to go on TV every morning or every day or whatever the case would be, like whenever he does all the debates with Kamala or with any of the RNC committee guys, the guys who want to be also president. It takes a lot of guts to stand up there and speak your mind and speak it in a way that conveys strength, conveys a confidence. It takes a lot to do that. It really does. And I've talked in public before. I'm talking publicly now, I guess. But at the same time, when you're on stage, it is not the same. And you have people looking at you and staring at you, and they're like, "What's he gonna say? And how is he saying it?" And and you're being critical of yourself as well. But it just takes a lot of guts to stand up there and do what he does and say what he does and stand for what he does stand. And honestly, like if I was looking for a guy to stand before me or sit at the negotiating table with terrorists or with Ukraine or with Russia or with Israel or with China, I think Donald Trump would be the guy that I would want to be at the other end of the table for me, honestly. I mean, yeah, he might not be the best dude. He's not the nicest guy. He's not the most perfect dude. But if you ask me, if you hired a lawyer and you wanted him to get you out of prison, are you going to have a guy that's your lawyer? Are you going to have him be all nice and try to be nice to the judge and to the prosecutor? No, you're going to want a savage. Like, you're going to tell me you don't want a savage representing you to the other nations. I mean, look at Joe Biden. I mean, if Joe Biden is an example of a really bad leader, I mean, he's the example of, he's the complete opposite of Donald Trump, honestly. Because Donald Trump is a savage and Joe Biden is, the best way I could put it, in the nicest way I could put it, Joe Biden's like a little sheep. He really is. And occasionally he has his moments. He'll butt you with his head, like a little sheep does. But you just shove him off to the side. And then you got Donald Trump, who's that. I hate to put it. It kind of sounds wrong, but he's that wolf that you want to be herding the pack. You want that guy, the guy that's gonna get the deal done. Get the deal done. Oh snap! I went the wrong direction. Snapola. Rapatootie. Alright, sorry, I was too busy talking. Alright. Well, we gotta redirect now. Whoopsie daisies. Wrong way. Oh man, sometimes I get too much into my conversation and then here I am trying to make up for my drive. But anyways, yeah, you want a savage at the end at the table. I mean, look at what is his name? Putin? Vladimir Putin? That guy's got a black belt in judo. And you don't think that guy thinks he couldn't take Donald Trump in a fight, and you don't think that guy's got some high level of confidence? He's the president of Russia, and he's very, very capable man, and you don't think you want a savage going up against him? That's who I would want going up for me, honestly. And I mean, look at China. Yeah, like what's his name? Xi Jinping. Like, the dude doesn't look very assuming and very threatening. But still, you got to consider that guy, he's stolen a lot of technology, and he knows a lot of things about everybody. He is somebody you don't want to mess with unless you've got the right things. You know what I mean? So you got to have the right guy. I think Donald Trump is the right guy. I mean, I don't see anybody else standing up there and saying, "Hey, I'll take all the blows, I'll take all the hits, I'll even take one on the ear for you guys." Like, I don't see anybody doing that. If you ask any of the presidential candidates, like ask Kamala, would you be willing to take a bullet for the American people? I don't know if she would say yeah. And honestly, I don't know if Trump would have either, but the dude took it, and when he took it, he didn't like get on his knees, started crying or anything. Because can you imagine getting hit in the ear? I mean, just like nicked on the ear and being like literally inches from death. Like, it just changes your whole psychology. It absolutely changes your whole psychology. And for anybody to say it was staged, or to say that, that was not a big deal, he just got nicked on the ear, well, I imagine like everybody that's saying that has never been shot in the ear, has never been nicked in the ear, has never been hurt, or has never had a near death experience. But near death experiences change you. You start to become afraid. You flinch at certain things, and you're not the same person anymore. And for Donald Trump to continue going on after that, that's some, I hate to say it, but he's got some big balls. If you ask me, he's got some big balls to be able to stand up and tell everybody, fight, fight, fight. I mean, if it was me, I would have been crawling. I would have been crawling for my life. And that's just me, because I know that I'm not. At least I think that way. That I might be a coward, I don't know. Nobody knows how they're gonna react when they get shot at. Let's be honest. And he had probably one of the best reactions, if you ask me. You ever seen like one of those situations where somebody like falls and they somehow save the fall, and they come up and they look awesome? Yeah, like that's how you would do it. If you were to take a hit or a fall like that, you got to recover, and you got to recover good. Like one time I was on a trailer, I jumped off, and the trailer started moving right before I jumped off. I had that forward motion, and I had to do a front roll, and I rolled onto my feet, and that was the perfect save. And that's what I equated to for Donald J. Trump. What he did was the perfect save. He got up and he didn't start crying, he didn't start running, he didn't start screaming, because I know I would have been screaming. I would have been freaking out. But the dude was like, hey guys, we've got to fight. This is not right, what just happened, but we got to keep fighting. And I don't want you guys to be afraid. You got to keep fighting. And honestly, I think that's an even braver thing to do. It's even more noble and more brave to stand up in the midst of literally gunfire. And if you can ask like any one of those military dudes who've ever been shot at, like they're probably gonna tell you, yeah, dude, it's not fun, and I don't ever want to go through that again. And nobody does, but it's a really brave thing to stand up and fire back. It's a really brave thing to stand up and still maintain your composure. It really is. And it just takes somebody, I think, of really high character to do something like that. Because as much as people don't like him and people say it's staged and, oh, he's an evil man, and maybe they even say he deserved it, like, I don't think anybody deserves to get hurt like that or to have anything bad like that ever happen to them. Nobody deserves that. I think some people do, but not for political reasons like that. I mean, like maybe, but obvious is like Hitler, the obvious thing, you know what I mean? But like for standing up and wanting to rebuild America, it's not like he threatened anybody's life. It's not like he hurt anybody, you know what I mean? So I just think that it takes a brave man to do something like that. And yes, dude, from South Africa, Viva Donald Trump, long live Donald Trump, yes. And thank you for anybody that likes and subscribes, because the truth is, I'm voting for I'm an Asian man that is voting for Donald Trump, and I don't care. I just don't care, because I think he's the best bet for America. Even though he's not a perfect man, he has shown he is willing to stand in the middle of the fight. He stood up when he got shot at. He stands up and debates all these people that absolutely hates his guts, just hate him, and he does it. And he's all for trying to save America. Even if his image of America isn't perfect, he's still trying to save America. And it's something noble that he's doing. I mean, from one man to another man, that's a noble thing. And I don't get the hate, you know, because I know he's not a perfect dude, because I know I'm not a perfect dude. But to see him do all the things that he's done and continue to do it despite everything, I think he's worthy of the votes. And I want to also point one more thing before I leave, because I got to go help my father-in-law. Despite everything going on in this world, my trust is still in Jesus. I don't care if he loses or wins, because God can even use Kamala Harris. So I'm putting my trust in God and Jesus, despite being fervent voter of Donald J. Trump. So God bless you. I'm going to head out, and have a good day. God bless you. I love you, and may God bless you. Hey, buddy. You can be rude all you want, but I can see the hate. And honestly, your hate is laughable. It really is laughable. And that's just the way I talk. And if you don't like it, you can have a good day and go somewhere else. But surprisingly, you're here. You've got nothing better to do. You got no life. That's fine. I understand. But have a good day. God bless you. And try not to hate too much, because it's pretty obvious that you hate the man. I don't even hate Kamala, and I don't think she's a good person. I don't even hate Joe Biden. I don't think he's a good dude. But since you're the left and you're so loving, why don't you try to show a little bit of love? Come on. Where's the love at? I'm waiting. Yeah, see, look at you. You got no love for you. You need Jesus in your life, and you got to stop hating on people, buddy. You got to stop hating people. You're actually really disturbing and disgusting, and I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. You need to go somewhere else, brother. And if nothing else, I can block you. That's a beautiful thing. I'll block you, and then you have to make a new profile just to come back here. So keep coming back, buddy. You got nothing on me. Have a good day, everybody. God bless. And this brother right here, he's going to have to get blocked. Oh, have a bad day. I mean, good day. Sorry. Have a good day. See ya. And let's do, what are we going to do with this dude? Where is he at? Oh, here we go. We removed him. Oh, I'll put you in timeout like a little baby. See you, baby. All right, have a good day. God bless.